everyone. Welcome back to Wool and Works, the podcast. I'm Erin.
I'm Amy.
And this is our corner of the internet where we talk all things yarn and knitting and crocheting, etc.
There's a lot of etc.
Yeah. Here we are. Full disclosure for me today, well, for both of us, we worked today. This is like after our work day, and so I'm a little bit peopled out. So
I have spoken to a lot of people today.
Yes, our jobs are 100% people-y, and we
I
prefer this instead of people.
Week.
So when the words are not here, then they're not going to be here, and we're just going to keep moving. So here we are. So that was us.
That is
today.
Us.
How are you? Other than that,
honestly, I'm actually pretty good. I slept good last night.
I didn't.
That's unfortunate. Oh, yeah.
We went out to dinner last night. Our families went out to dinner together last night. And Amy told us about a show that she and my brother had been watching that they liked a lot, and on Netflix.
Like stay up till 1 o'clock in the morning. $1 Million Secret.
$1 Million Secret on Netflix. And so after our kids went to bed last night, my husband and I said, "Oh, we should watch that." We shouldn't have, because pretty soon it was way past our bedtime, and we were trapped.
You can't not start the next episode.
That is exactly what we experienced. And we're not welcome. So tonight it'll be round 2.
You're welcome.
It's your fault.
You can recover on Friday.
And I told people at work today that I'm tired and it's your fault. So there's that.
Yeah, that's okay.
I did get a lot of knitting done.
Yeah, you did. So I'm so impressed.
We'll see that in a minute. But that is why, if the words fail me today, that would be correct. It's her fault. What else has been going on?
We didn't say where you could find us.
Oh, we didn't.
You can find us at woolenworksdesigns.com if you feel so inclined to
our shop website.
And you can find us on Instagram at woolenworksdesigns as well. That is our shop Instagram, I guess. And sometimes I post on there.
For those of you who are new to us, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. Wool and Works Designs is my mom, Barb, is the creative mind behind it, and she makes beautiful things like this bag. Oh, it's backwards. I'm not even showing the logo.
Well, I mean, it's beautiful on either side.
It is beautiful on both sides.
It's waxed canvas and
these bags
wool
are handcrafted by my incredibly talented mother. Amy and I are the peer pressure behind the website.
Yep.
That is what our job is. We are IT and peer pressure. That is professionally. We should get business cards that say that.
1000%. I think when we started talking about Wool and Works, we assigned ourselves different titles, and they were kind of outlandish.
Kind of like peer pressure.
Honestly, I think on our Canva there are business cards started with ridiculous titles. I'll go back and revisit them.
Yeah, that needs to happen
for sure. We don't have a shop item to highlight today.
No, we don't.
We're trying to come at you a little bit condensed today, I think.
I think the energy is low, so we're going to try to keep it a little bit shorter than our typical hour plus.
I will put a plug, though, for our DPN case, which I think we talked about. That's what we talked about last episode. If you follow us on Instagram, then you will see that I shattered 2 wooden needles this week in one of my bags because I just had them thrown in there. And usually I store them in a DPN case, and
I don't have mine.
That was a mistake on my part. I store them in this, actually. This is mine. And I got all these bad boys in there.
And the ones that weren't in there now are in 1,000 pieces.
So many pieces. I was in the car and I just kept pulling out oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. And I was like, how many needles did I lose? It was 2.
Wooden DPNs they don't last long in my house.
No, I'm replacing them with carbons.
I am a tight knitter. We'll talk about that later too. And especially when I first started knitting, I didn't obviously know what I was doing, and so I thought every stitch had to be tight.
Tight.
And I broke in the middle of, I was working on a sock, I think a toe of a sock, and I like
snapped it.
Totally just broke. And I thought, I don't think wooden DPNs are for me.
When I first started knitting, I was a tight knitter, but it was because I was twisting every stitch. So like my first sweater, I've already worn it. No, I haven't worn it. It was my green one.
Your green one, yeah.
My green one, like the up towards the top of it, it's like all the stitches are twisted.
It looks like a design element.
Yeah, it was intentional. Not totally because you two failed me in my learning experience.
Yeah. Whoops. You live, you learn. Yeah. We are heading to California here in a few days.
I know. Oh yeah. So okay, we are talking life stuff because you're headed to California, which is way more exciting. I'm headed to a fiber festival.
So I don't know which. I guess depends on.
Hit us with California. It's way more fun.
We're going to Disneyland. We're very excited. My kids have been a couple of times. We are obnoxious Disney people. I say we loosely. I am an obnoxious Disney person that has passed on that to my offspring. My husband has to deal with his life choices. He has not his favorite, and he's having a very good attitude about it.
Well, yeah, I feel like this is like the last probably good trip you get out of him.
Tell my kids that.
Well, yes, he's not going to miss out on fun with the kids. That's the difference between your husband and my husband. My husband's just like, no, I'll stay home. Okay.
No, my husband's being a very good attitude about it. He picked out a shirt and bought him a shirt to add to his collection.
I feel like Disney
he has a collection.
World, he'll be with it. But I question how soon here you will get him back to Disneyland.
I mean, it'll be a minute. Yeah. The story behind that is the last time I went, he didn't go. It was just a girls' trip. It was you and your daughter and me and my daughters, and then my mom. We went down while the boys were hunting because why not?
And it sounded like a really good idea.
It did sound like it. It was fine.
It was fine, but to paint
Amy had an infant.
My daughter was not even 2 months old.
My kids had a great time. Amy and I were up at night with the baby and then trying to manage through the parks, and then
for me, like the trip itself was, it was totally fine. Getting on the plane from the time I left my house in the morning to the time that we sat down in our seats on the plane, that whole time I was saying very mean, bad words in my head. And at one point I was standing at the counter and I just thought to myself, Barb can ride home with Aaron. I don't need to be here. I can turn around and leave. But I'm glad we didn't. It was fun. And yeah, once we got on the plane, it was not an issue.
Mm-hmm. But my youngest was 2 at that time. She was not quite 3. She was like 2.5. And so, of course, when you're that little, there's not a lot that you can do. It's still fun. There are still princesses to chase. There are still, still rides that you can ride. But this child is an adrenaline junkie and has been since the moment she was born. And so not getting to go on the rides that Big Sister got to go on, even at 2 years old, was a problem. And at that point, when we got home, it was immediately like, when am I tall enough to go on Splash Mountain, which is not Splash Mountain anymore, but when am I tall enough to go on the Incredicoaster? When am I tall enough? And so it had it marked on her height chart when she was tall enough. And Dad said, when you're tall enough to go on the rides, we can go back.
Dad's words.
Dad's words. So last June, she clocked in at the right height. And I said, okay, Dad, we got to cash in on some promises.
You have to tell them about the doctors.
Oh, man. We were at their well child appointments, their well child checks. And so I schedule them together because they have the same doctor. So we just get it all done. And the medical assistant was checking him in and, do the weight, do the height. They know what the number is because it's written down. They're very
very aware of
of what it took to get them back to Disneyland. And that number was 48 inches. That's a very well known number in our house, 48 inches. So when my youngest, when they measured her, the medical assistant said, "Oh, you are right, just right at 48 inches." It was like pandemonium erupted. It was chaos. And the doctor came in and was very confused about what's so happening. Excited? And I said, "Well, they think that we're leaving this room and getting on an airplane because Dad said we could go to Disneyland and she's 48 inches tall."
Could you imagine, like, if only you lived that life? You just, like, book a ticket in there.
I mean, life goals.
Fun.
Yeah. That was in June. That was 9 months ago. It didn't happen quite that way. So fast forward now. We finally get to cash in on Dad's promise to go ride the Incredicoaster, which we are very excited about, which we like rides too. So we're good with that. And it's,
as you should be.
It'll be the first time that we go without a stroller, which is a milestone. It'll be the first time we don't have to have half of us waiting while the other half go on fun rides.
Benefit of two kids.
Yeah, it'll be a different experience, but we're excited about it. So anyway, we'll be doing that next week. I'll probably have socks to knit on in line. That's what I did last time I went to Disneyland. Last time I went to Disneyland, I was there without my children because I had to go down to had to go down to Anaheim for work. I had a work trip, which I don't travel for work.
No, luck.
It was just luck, and I thought, we're here.
When in Rome,
I'm gonna go. So I spent a half day, really.
Well, yeah, because you did it the day you flew in.
Yeah, I did half day there, and I had the yarn that I brought yarn with me that was called Sleeping Beauty's Castle, and I was working on my Sleeping Beauty Castle socks. So I'm standing in line working on my Sleeping Beauty Castle socks. I have a lot of Disney themed yarn, so I will probably pick one to take and Disney themed yarn.
You finished your Haunted Mansion one.
I did. I have more though. I could do some Haunted Mansion shorties, or I could do some Sleeping Beauty Castle shorties, or I got options.
I love it. This weekend I am going over to Eastern Oregon. In Hermiston, there is the Pearl Side Fiber Fest. And I don't know how many years this has been going on. We learned about it last year.
We discovered it last year after the fact, though. We learned about it like the weekend after it had happened, and so we thought we need to make that a thing next time.
Yeah, I can't imagine that it's like, I don't want, I guess that maybe is offensive. I feel like we would have like known about it if it had been going on for a lot of years.
Amy's from that town.
Yes.
So one would
say. So I'm dual purposing this trip.
One would assume that she would have heard about it. But.
Yes. But I'm going to check it out. Selfishly, probably gonna buy some yarn. I know there's already like a vendor, which is so funny that I'm gonna say this. There's a bag vendor that I really like.
Traitor.
Sorry, guys. And yeah, I want to connect with the folks that put it on, because we did try to apply this year to vend at it, and we kind of struggled with I struggled with the form and getting it submitted, but I kind of think it's because it might have actually already been closed. I don't know. It was just weird. Up to you.
Communication wasn't.
I either submitted it 18 times or no times at all. So maybe if you're in the Eastern Oregon, Eastern Washington region and you don't have plans this weekend, go check out Pearlside Fiber Fest. See you there. It's only on Saturday and Sunday, which I had planned my whole week around it being on Friday. Learned last night it's not. So changing up our plans a little bit, but that's okay. And then maybe next year that will be an in-person event that y'all could catch us at. We're hoping for.
As it turns out, we like in-person events.
They're so much fun.
We were unsure about it. We did our first one a year ago in January in Texas.
Yeah. I thought you were going to talk about the school one. I was like, no, it's a little different. But
it was still fun. And then we did another in-person event at my kids' school in December, which, It was a different demographic.
It was, but it's
But
still
it was
just
fun.
like fun. It's just fun to like get to talk about the stuff in person with people. I think obviously we're biased, right? And whenever I hear anyone talk about the things that they have, I'm assuming that they like them because they're yours. So it's just nice to like get our stuff in folks' hands and they can see the beauty in person. They can feel the bags, they can feel the pretty Pendleton. It's fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
So next year, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Good stuff.
I can't wear my Woolen Works sweatshirt because I stained it.
Oh no. Do you want mine?
Maybe I have to try the boiling water trick.
Why don't you can just take mine.
Okay. Maybe I'll steal your mom's.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna steal hers. I won't stain it, Barb.
Someday we want to have swag for like available to purchase.
Yeah, I love our logo. I think it's so cute.
And we had sweatshirts made for each other, for ourselves, and we also have coffee cups and water bottles. We have stuff that's just ours. Yeah. My mom made aprons for us for when we do the in-person events. So we have some cutie swag. So someday we'll share. That day is not today. So sorry for the preview of what doesn't exist.
Sorry for the teaser.
But or let us know in the comments if that's something that you would even want, because if we have motivation,
I think we should get stitch markers.
That would be fun.
Like, but if we have engraved stitch markers, would be so cute.
If you motivate us, we'll go faster. So if it's something, if you would want to rep Woolen Works and have some swag, let us know, and then maybe it'll be very motivating.
And next month,
all the promises.
Okay. What are you wearing?
What am I wearing? This. Ooh, I just hit the microphone. That was rude.
That might be a loud little.
I am sorry. I am wearing a store-bought sweater.
Who knit it? Old Navy.
The machines. Not in this country. But this is, the light in here is not great today. We didn't put our light.
It was like,
should we put pause? Okay, sorry about that. I don't know if that's helpful or not. We just put a light up.
No, I totally think it is. I feel like I couldn't, like, before yours it just looked dark, but now you can like see it's always a little bit green blue.
Okay, so what am I wearing? This is the sable cowl. Yeah, it's kind of green blue.
It's just pretty.
I don't really know what yarn it is because I didn't write it down.
You've had it for a long time.
I made it a couple years ago before I wrote anything down ever.
Naturally.
Which still it's hit or miss. We're 50-50. I think it's Malabrigo Rios. I think. I 100% know that whatever it is, I got it at Naughty Lamb.
Is it logo? No.
Don't know. Whatever it was. I 100% got it at Naughty Lamb. Impulse, random skein of yarn purchase, and then it's worsted weight. That much I know. And because it's worsted weight pattern. And this is what I found to make with it. I wear it pretty, like, regularly.
You wear it often, I feel like. Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
It's easy to throw on with the whatever shirt at work and makes you feel like
I love the pattern.
And it's a fun pattern to knit. It's half stockinette, half garter, and like stripies, kind of.
Super cute though.
Okay,
I made 2.
So have I, actually. One for my daughter that she never wears because it's itchy. It is kind of itchy. The yarn was itchy.
Yeah, I made one with cotton and like a not Surrey. I don't know what it was. It wasn't mohair. It was a fuzz. Yeah, but I alternated the colors. So like on the pearl rows, I used one color, and on the stockinette, I used another. No, it wasn't fun because all of the ends were so obnoxious, and this stuff was like, it was annoying. I don't know what it looks like now because it was a gift.
I was gonna say I don't think I saw that one, but that makes sense. You gave it away.
Yeah. I am wearing, and we're gonna roll into finished objects. I'm wearing a shirt from the store. And a clementine shawl. I said I was gonna talk about it while it was still on my head. I changed my mind. That's too goofy.
It's so cool.
I love it so much. Oh, I'm showing you guys like the seam side or the drag, whatever. This is with my spin cycle. So all of the middle is the spin cycle skein that I got at Naughty Lamb last month. And then the pattern itself So easy. It's actually a spin cycle pattern. I didn't realize until after I got going on it. But it calls for like one skein of spin cycle for all of this stuff, and then another skein of spin cycle is what the pattern calls for. Not calls for, but like that's what they used in the pattern. You guys know. For the ribbing and then the contrast in here. And I don't know if you can like tell. It's like textured. It's like bubbly.
And the color's not showing super true on the camera, but the green.
Yeah, it
actually is very similar. Like we were matching today.
We totally are.
And I told her I almost wore a long sleeve black shirt with this today, and when I saw her, I just laughed. I thought we would have been so obnoxious to put ourselves on the internet completely matching. So we're only sort of coordinated, not completely matching. You're welcome.
I don't remember now. Something about the bind off I didn't like. See how it's like way looser on the bind off than the cast on was. And I'm pretty sure I just did whatever the pattern said. I didn't love it. But it's kind of nice for a cowl. I just have that as like a bottom piece because in theory it's already stretched out a little bit more. It's a spin cycle yarn that I bought, and then the green is my leftovers from
the sweater you were wearing last time, I think.
Yeah, my fletching. So it's fuzzy peach fibers in a pumpkin color. Midnight.
Jarradale?
No, I think that was the blue speckle. Is it Jarradale?
I don't know. It's a pumpkin something.
It's a pumpkin color because she had a real cool pumpkin collection that you wanted every single yarn in it. But you can't buy every single one. You can, but I can't.
Some people maybe could.
Some people could.
It's the same people.
I'm not those people
who can book an airplane ticket sitting in a doctor's office and then go.
Yeah,
it's those people.
Those people can buy all those ones. Yeah. I cannot. I had to pick and choose. And that was fine.
Again, life goals. It's unfortunate. Okay. Well, and you finished. That's one of your finishes.
Yeah, this is one of my finishes for this month. I honestly I was really happy to use it. I think because I bought the spin cycle, I had some thoughts of like, Amy, come on. So to find something that I use, like you start it and then you just repeat in the pattern until you run out. And then you start your ribbing.
That makes it nice. So you use every bit of it.
Every inch of it. Yeah. And I loved that it was just one simple thing. And I don't feel like it took me very long. I don't know that I put my dates. I have a Ravelry project page for it with pictures.
I like that the color changes are subtle and like soft.
Me too. So yeah, if you want to see more pictures, I have good like texture pictures on my Ravelry project page.
Oh, I bet it'll show if you put it up.
Will it show? I mean, yeah, you can kind of see it better.
It's very squishy.
It is. Where the heck was I when I did that? I don't know. And then so I started it January 26th and I finished it February 2nd. So it was a pretty quick knit. It was an easy pattern. Worked up quick. It's sport weight, so little but not tiny.
Little but not as small as it could be.
Right. Little but not as little as it could be.
Do you have any other finishes?
Yeah. Sometimes I randomly, I'm trying to like clear out my yarn stash, and I found that I had a Knitting for Olive little like cute cake, and I had mohair that went with it. Why I own these, couldn't tell you. Don't remember where they came from.
I don't remember you ever buying Knitting for Olive anything.
The Knitting for Olive, I don't know why I bought the mohair. I think I was just like a fresh baby knitter. Amy was excited by mohair.
It's fuzzy.
It's so fuzzy. And I must have like used it for a hat that I knit for my daughter at some point when I was like first learning to knit. That's the only thing I can think of that I used it for.
Especially in that color.
Yeah, and then the Knitting for Olive, the just plain yarn, I'm pretty sure I used in socks, which that was dumb. Again, little baby knitting Amy didn't know nothing. So I started crocheting with these things because I thought I have some grams that I need to get out of my stash, and this is going to be an easy one. Why don't I crochet my daughter a scarf? And then I didn't have enough to do like a full scarf that I was envisioning. So I twisted it and I crocheted it together on the back somewhere, and it's now a head wrap.
It's so cute.
Or a scarf, I don't know. fashion show. So it's just like a little something. I don't know how I did it earlier, but you guys get it. It's gonna be my theme. Or it could be a cowl for my daughter.
She's little.
She won't wear it. Do you want me to keep going on my finishes?
Sure.
We're not taking turns? Okay. I count this in my finishes actually. I don't count it in my like weight for the month. But look at me growing up.
Look at the swatch.
I did a swatch.
It's a swatch.
I haven't done anything past the swatch, but I did a swatch, and I'm not gonna block it. No.
Baby steps.
There's 10 inches of ease on this, and I learned what positive ease meant. I didn't know until.
I didn't know you didn't know what that meant.
I didn't because I was sitting at the table with your mom asking her to like help me figure this out. And she's like talking about it, and I was like, that's what that means? Yeah. What I thought positive ease was like, here's this. That's positive ease.
That would be negative ease. If you have to put something on and the fabric goes.
I just thought that that's what that was. Like, oh, it's however big a stretch is. That's not it, apparently. So, I have room to look room. There's 10 inches of positive ease, and that was at a pattern. So we're good.
Let me feel it. Is it squishy?
Oh, so squishy. Did you see how far I
yeah,
but
that's why I wanted to feel it. Oh, that's gonna be so cozy.
I'm jazzed. If I didn't have to knit a sweater, I would already have started.
And squishy. You just need to let the intrusive thoughts win. That's what I did.
Well, now I might be starting a child sweater.
More on that later.
Yeah. I finished one of my pairs. It was all mostly socks. But like, if you were here for the first episode, I have a bucket of projects that have been just kind of hanging out, and I am trying to finish them all up. And I am down to one pair of Halloween socks left in that bucket. I have everything else finished up.
That is so impressive.
It makes me feel so happy. Like I don't feel bad starting other projects because I don't have anything. Halloween socks are probably going to sit till October if I'm being honest. But like
that makes sense.
Yeah, I wasn't as far on them. I just looked at them before we started, and I'm not as far in them as I thought I was. So they have to stay in timeout a little bit longer. But these are going to be for me. They are the West Yorkshire Spinners in the Sparkle Nutcracker color.
It's not showing, but they're really sparkly.
They're so sparkly.
Oh, there's a little bit of shimmer in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
So cute.
9-inch circulars, 64 stitches, vanilla socks, nothing special. I just followed the striping. I did not count any rounds.
That's self-striping is good for that.
It's my favorite part.
Oh, I did like 10 stripes.
Yeah. Okay, this is my last thing. Also, if you've been here since the beginning, the other languishing thing I did was I mended some of my husband's socks. And I'll start with the simplest mend to the like most complicated. He had this pair that his mom, Barb, the notorious Barb, made him
years ago.
So many years ago. Like maybe her first pair of socks?
One of the first pairs. Very early on in her sock knitting.
Yeah, it's like a running joke in their family of like, I don't ask for much, I just want socks. That's all about my husband.
He's so cute. He's a sweet baby boy.
It's awful. He's not that cute. But he had, this one wasn't like full on holes. This was just like weak spots that were going to be holes very quickly. So for these, I just kind of went over the stitches and like tried to stay in the stitch pattern. Looks great. Feels great apparently too. He tried them on last night for me. This one is totally different technique. This one, I started doing that whole like grid thing, you know, and then it kind of got a little wonky. But there's not a hole in here anymore. So, you know, I'm showing them fast because I don't want you to evaluate them. Yeah, pretty much. Then the hardest one. You guys, I was so excited about this. I was so excited about the prospect of fixing
that color is
heels.
so different than the rest of it.
So different. About fixing heels, because again, if you were here that first episode, then you know that my husband was like putting wood on our fire or something. That's totally what he was doing. And I walked in the room and was like, "You have a huge hole in your socks. What are you doing?" He has another hole in this one. So this was the original heel.
Your projects just keep coming.
Me?
Yeah, you're mending.
I know.
You just keep, your mending pile just keeps growing and growing.
It really does. And I am like starting on another pair of socks for him, and I'm thinking like, how cute are you really? I don't know. This is the new heel. So I am down. I just have this heel to replace because I'm committed, right? Like that's how I did this one. I have to do this one. And in all honesty, taking the heel off, the YouTube video I watched was significantly cleaner in that step than reality.
They make it look way easy on YouTube.
It was awful. I was like sitting there with a light and scissors and just like picking away little fuzzes. Ridiculous. But I made it happen. And then knitting the heel like was easy peasy, picking up the stitches across the back, not a problem, right? You pick up the stitches across the back, did the heel flap, turned the heel, kitchenered it across the bottom here. Beautiful, clean, easy, simple.
And then the gusset.
YouTube, you failed me yet again. Because I don't remember what the heck that lady did with the gusset stitches. But I'm going to tell you right now, I had all these wonky stitches floating around. I don't even want to show you how ugly the gusset is. It's so ugly.
It's done.
It's done, and I like made my husband, you can't tell, but I was trying to like be methodical about it, and then I was like, I don't care. So. All over the place. Oh, there's an end to weave in. I'll use that to reinforce this. Not a big deal. It's hideous. And one of the sides, my husband did say, like, he could feel it more than the other.
Okay, Princess and the Pea.
Seriously. But also, like, I told him, I realized, you know what? They had holes in them. Like, you weren't wearing them before. So I guess in theory, if you don't wear them now, what does it matter? It matters that I dealt with it. But I'm pretending that didn't happen.
I'm so proud of you. You did so good.
I used a reinforcing thread, which I think for this pair that I'm going to knit him, I am going to do that, just like through the heel. Yeah.
I keep hearing about a different heel construction called the strong heel, and I've done approximately one kind of heel construction. I know that there's like 1,000 that exist. I'm getting
curious. I'm getting heel curious.
I know how to do a heel flap and gusset. That's what I know how to do.
Yeah.
I don't have the mental capacity to learn all of the new things.
No, when I knit socks, I just want it to be like
that you don't have to think about it. Yeah, that's the thing you knit when you don't want to think. And so a new heel construction, maybe someday, but I have heard of this strong heel that makes me intrigued for the type that blow through their heels like nobody's business.
Carl.
Him.
That is all of it I
accomplished.
I'm so impressed. Thanks. I'm happy to just like finally have them done. That's like, that bin was so full January 1st, and now it's so empty.
That's a win.
Yeah.
All right. Are those your finishes?
That's all I got.
I have been in instant gratification knitting mode all month. I think that was all year so far until recently. Which is we'll talk about in whips. I talked about last time I had that kind of obnoxiously pink Gales of November hat that I needed to reknit. I did that. It's been gifted. It's at its forever home. I knit one for a baby as a, someone asked me to knit one for their granddaughter, so I did. And then as it turns out, I underestimated the size of the baby's head. She needed a toddler size or a kid size, not a baby size, so I had to reknit that. So I did that since the last time we talked. One of the acquisitions that we got that we showed last time was Illimani Amelie. I got that at Naughty Lamb.
I did not save my tags.
I always do. I don't know why. What am I gonna do with them?
It makes me like so happy to throw them away.
I have a pouch full of them because I don't know. Like I feel like
the hoarder in me was so tempted to save them, and I think for a little while I did, but then I have my like canister of yarn ends that I save. And also, this is so unrelated, and I'm about to go off here. This week, my daughter is into saving boxes.
Oh, good.
And like literally today, I told my husband because she has two different toys that she's like gotten. And she like, we can't get rid of the box. And I was like, yeah. So I love that she's doing that. And he was like, that's you. That's you.
This is your fault.
And it is. I don't think I kept every electronics box I've ever had. And then I finally threw a lot of them away this last year, maybe before we moved. I don't know. I think they came with us on our move. And like in my loft, I got a box of boxes for coffee cups. Why? I just got a new iPhone,
Apple
and I told myself,
tree.
I need to throw this away, and I'm not going to. I'm gonna put it in my electronics tote because I might need it.
That's funny.
And now Reagan is getting that treat.
The things we save. Yarn tags, boxes, whatever. So this is a blown yarn. It's incredibly fuzzy. I think it's Aran weight. It's big and floofy. Kind of a minty color. It doesn't have a... Oh, Aqua is the color name on it. Oh, we have a friend. It is Holly, the dog. But this is a silk... Holly wants to say hi. We need to. Holly, come here.
Holly, come here. Holly, you can. The chipmunks can wait. Holly,
you tried to make an appearance. Now you need to. Oh, well, she can't because
she's just making a mess at this point. Never mind. You don't need to see Holly.
Holly's a big black lab with a Tyrannosaurus tail.
Yeah. She's moving on. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. My youngest, this is what my youngest picked out when she wanted yarn. This is 56% mulberry silk, 40% baby alpaca, 4% merino, Aran weight. She wanted a hat. She got a hat. She also picked out this obnoxiously pink pom-pom, which I secretly love.
Literally, I think it's so cute with the blue.
I love it. And she loves it. She has worn it approximately 0 times out of our house. But she wears it inside all the time. She'll come home and put it on. Whatever, at least you're wearing it. This pattern is called the Towards North hat. And I did not write down who the pattern is by. But it's the pattern designer used this yarn in their design. So that's why I picked this pattern. This element right here, this sideways braid, it's not a Latvian braid. I think it was an Estonian braid. Anyway, it was so much fun. It was so simple and so much fun and so satisfying.
Is that like does it fold there? Or is
no, it's just after the ribbing, you do this braid stitch. And it was a very simple braid, and it was so satisfying, and I really liked it a lot. And then it's this kind of a slip stitch pattern repeat, which makes for fun little lines on it. It's very fuzzy. She likes it a lot at home, not in public. In her defense, it's not cold. No. So there's not really a need to wear it outside.
Going back to our complaints, Oregon's not cold enough.
It's not cold this winter. We have had like no winter at all. So what's the point of putting it on to go outside when you're not cold outside? So wear it inside as a fashion statement. Fine.
Because it's cold inside.
Make it make sense. I stopped trying. So I did that one. I started and finished that one both in one day on February 7th. It's just, those hats are just so fast. It's talking about instant gratification. If you can start and finish something in the same day, sometimes you need a little bit of that. On that same shopping trip, my older daughter picked out this yarn. which is
It's
Malabrigo.
like
It does look, well, it's look very mermaidy. Vientos, which is a bulky weight. Color number is 875. So that was what I have left of it. She picked out her hat pattern, and she picked out the North Road hat, which is this. And she also picked out the coordinating pom-pom, which I think this is just so cute. And it's very her. These are her colors. This is just, it's very her. She, on the other hand, wears it to school every day.
She had to go get it out of her backpack.
Yeah. I said, where's your hat? I need to talk about it. Oh, it's in my backpack. I have to go get it. Because she wears it to school every day. Yeah. So this one, I didn't gauge swatch because who gauge swatches the hat? The answer, not me. Maybe somebody, not me. So I started this one on February 8th, and I got, yay much into it, and I realized my children have substantial sized heads. They get that from their dad. So, yay me. My daughter and I, my older, both of them, we wear the same size hats and have more for a long time. Our hats, my hats and my daughter's hats have been interchangeable for a long time, and my children are not old enough that you would assume that would be the case.
The younger one's only 48 inches.
She's 48 inches tall. We wear the same size hat, if that gives you any indication. So I got, yay much into this hat and realized very quickly that that's not
the same for your head.
Not for you. And I knit the adult medium. That's what I cast on, was for the adult medium. Granted, I'm a tight knitter, and I think the pattern calls for a 10.5 for the body, like the main part of the hat, and then a smaller needle for the ribbing, but I think it's a 10.5 that it calls for. I couldn't find one, so I grabbed a 10. So I'm a tight knitter. I went down in the needle size, knit the medium size hat, and then, a couple inches in was like, terrible idea.
My family is not here because I had the car seat.
Oh no.
Whoops.
Well, Holly was here.
Well, yeah. do a little exchange and go back to town. Whoopsie daisy.
Whoops. Anyway, so I ripped it out and I cast on the adult large, and then knitted up in the adult large, which measurement wise, it is like it knit up as the size of an adult medium, because I had gone down a needle size because of no reason other than I was lazy and I couldn't find the right needle. So that was my penance, was having to reknit the hat. So I finished this one on February 15th, started on the 8th, finished on the 15th after having to redo it. And that was that. My other finish are the socks for my youngest. These, I don't remember what the yarn is. It's called Pinky Promise. I remember that. Miss Q something or another. Hand-dyed yarn in Portland. Yeah. It's a local to us hand-dyed yarn. The colorway is Pinky Promise. Finished these. I started these on her birthday, and then I just really wasn't working on them, except for I just wasn't. I put them down and I wasn't working on them. But then I picked them back up in February, and I finished them on February 11th. So these are for her. She is excited. She's mad because I still have a couple of ends to weave in that I hid, and I wasn't going to show you.
Those are done.
And she said, "Mom, you know that when you put those in my drawer, I will wear them." And I said, "Well, eventually, when I put them in your drawer, I will be happy to see them on your feet." And yet, here we are. She's excited about them. The heel, I did the contrast heel and toe. That's just this like random sparkly yarn. I have project pages for all of the things. Mm-hmm. I think for these I cast on 56 stitches, I believe. Maybe. I wrote it down on the project page. I think it was 56, but also I just made it up. And then I just knit until I knit ribbing until I felt like not knitting ribbing anymore. And then I knit
think
the
they're like
leg.
a really good size.
And until she told me how long she wanted them on the leg. So I said, how far up your leg do you want them? She showed me. So that's what I did. Regular heel flap and gusset because as already established, that's all I know how to do. And those are socks. So those are done. And someday when I get ends woven in, she will wear them. That day is not today. Moving on. That's what I finished.
I love it. Okay, what are we working on?
I have a lot of things I'm working on.
Okay, let's take turns. I don't want to do like same. What am I working on? I brought my blankets to show because I am working on them because I have to get yarn out of my house because I keep bringing it in. Where are you at? This is my Scrappy crochet grain. I'm thinking maybe I'll just plan to only show it every so often. Where are we? What are we doing?
Okay. I love it so much.
So much as well. And it's just so easy. It's like so good.
And squishy.
It's just single crochet, sock yarn held double. So like every row is just chaos. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah. Anything else to say about that? Other than it's just squishy and glorious and
no,
just
the notes on this are not great because when starting it, I just said, oh, that seems like enough. And then I started it. And I tie the ends together. I don't know that I'm going to leave these bad boys in, but there's just like fun little
fringe. Again,
every
a design element.
Every so random spot. And I don't know that I'm going to do anything with them because do I care? No. So yeah, I got that going on. I also have, thought I was way more prepared than this, in a more structured format. I have my cozy memory blanket. And again, I'm still loving working on that. I have enjoyed going through all of my yarn to find, make sure I'm getting everything. And it has helped significantly as far as my storage because I put a lot of yarn into these blankets.
It's getting so big.
It is. I'm almost done with my second row. This was my last square last month, so this is what I've done in February so far. These ones here. And I am switching it up a little bit. So for this, I'm holding sock weight double as well, but this is a DK sock weight.
Oh, these are from the socks you just finished last time that you showed.
Yeah. And then I finished my Nutcracker socks, and that same day, I put my square in.
See, that's actually just really impressive.
I mean, I felt like $1,000,000. And I'm trying not to make it like a curated thing by any means, right? Because I just want it to be chaos and I want it to be, whatever. But it worked out. I have quite a bit of self-striping socks in the blanket already, but you can't tell because I'm holding it double. So for most of the skeins, I pull from both ends of the skein, right? So it's never going to match up. But for this one, I had done 2 at a time socks, so I was able to match that up. For the Nutcracker, I matched the socks up, but I started on red and I finished on green, which is right next to it, but I didn't have enough to cast on, so I had to pull through an entire
color
repeat, and so and it was 4 grams worth of yarn or something like that.
So perfect.
Yeah. So I did that. I'm kind of bummed because green didn't make it into my square. So for that, I'm a little sad. But I went to put it in the blanket, and it should have been here. And I was like, oh, I don't think I can have 2. I don't know. That would have bothered me, I think, if I had 2 clean
next to each other.
Yeah.
Probably.
So I was a little intentional about that, and I had to do another square. Dang it. But no, so I am I'm still loving on that too.
It's so good.
And my husband thinks I should knit on it for forever. I
It
very
can
well
be
may.
just the
I
biggest
don't know.
blanket on the face of the planet.
I kind of like how Crazy Sock Lady put an I-cord border around hers. So someday I do hope to finish it, and then I want to put like an I-cord border around it. I think that would
I
be
like
just
I-cord
like
finishing.
crisp and clean.
It just makes it
Pretty.
It makes it feel so finished.
Yeah. Oh, I guess are we taking turns? No, I just bombed through.
You can.
You
can
go.
continue to bomb through.
Nah, you go.
Okay. Thing number 1. My older daughter decided she needed exactly the same pair of socks as my younger, so
Cutie little matching.
we're working on that. I'm in the middle of a row on the heel flap.
Whoops.
I've not pulled these out in a few days because I have been preoccupied by other things. So yeah, they will be exactly the same, only to fit the big one. The end.
Isn't this his Babs yarn?
Oh,
like
well,
Mrs.
okay,
Babs.
so I promise I have the tag somewhere because that's what I do.
Oh.
Pinky promise. Miss Q's
Oh, yes.
Fiber Goods.
Oh, you had it all right. Why do in my head I always thought it was Mrs. Babs.
Hand dyed in Portland, Oregon. Miss Q's Fiber Goods on Etsy. Pinky promise. So that is someday. This will turn into a meetings project once I am done hyper focusing on what I have been hyper focusing on,
which will be like today.
Which will be today
when they finish the $1 million.
Yeah,
whatever.
Well, I'm gonna have to probably work on the shirt later on the couch because this I can take to meetings. The other stuff I cannot.
Yeah.
So I always have. I have my emotional support yarn is what I call it, and I take it with me wherever I go, at work especially. So if I'm in a meeting and I need to be paying attention and not on my email and not multitasking with insert whatever project deadline that I need to whatever, if I need to be engaged in the meeting and paying attention, then I work on a sock.
You need to let me be distracted by yarn so I can pay attention.
Especially with socks, because again, they require no thought. I can knit it without looking at them. I can not think about it. I don't need it. It requires zero executive functioning, and then my executive functioning can be paying attention to work. So that's my ADHD method of paying attention. So these will be my meeting sock moving forward. My turn? Your turn?
I just have one more and then you can take over. Boom.
Okay, go for it.
Last one. I cast this on yesterday and I'm kind of proud of my progress.
That's a lot for yesterday. I'm impressed with your progress.
But I'm already to the point where I'm like, oh God, this is so much knitting. Which yesterday I wanted so much knitting. So I think that's the story of all
careful what you wish for.
Musselboro hats, though. This is going to be a Musselboro hat by Isolde Teague. Are you confident in that? I have the pattern.
I'm not confident in anything today.
I mean, everyone knows what these are.
Stockinette hat.
Stockinette hat. All it says is by Isolde. So
she did it.
Y'all know. You know.
And if you don't know, we'll probably link it again because we linked it last time. And if you're really curious, we'll link it.
I have a Ravelry project page going for it. It's called Little Hat. There's no picture yet because
started yesterday.
But it's out of a Hypnotic yarn. It's purple. It's a mystery purple, I think. I do have the tag for that. Oh no, it's very, very, very extraordinary. I'm making the adult small, which I think is also the child large or something like that. I did the cast on, like I just cast on long tail, did the whole double points thing through the increases until I got big enough to put it on a 9-inch circular. Put it on 9-inch circular, which I used my ChowGoo, twist, the shorties. Mm-hmm. And then I added, just today, I added another cord. Yeah, and this will be plenty to get me through the hat because I'm done increasing. Last time I made this, I did not do this cast on. I'm pretty sure I did whatever Nitty Natties. It might have been like that crochet circle thing. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I know for a fact, like I watched her YouTube and I did that. Wish I would have done that because I have like a perfect little, rather, I feel like it's too large. I mean, this is going to be the inside of the hat, so I'm not like super worried about it. But
did you do the cast on from the pattern?
I think so.
So when I did my muscle burra hat in January, I was annoyed by that too, and I had that on the inside. And so, in order to calm my annoyance, because every time I picked it up, I was annoyed by it.
Yeah.
I like at this point,
you sewed it up.
I sewed it up, and I just sewed the heck out of it, and just went.
I mean, that's ultimately what I'll do. I'll use my tail to.
Then I stopped thinking about it, and at the end, I could have had either way be outside.
Yeah, I definitely will have this be the inside because I did something funky with my stitch count, and one of my increase rows, it's this one. It's like twisted because I had one extra stitch. You're not gonna be able to see that. I had one extra stitch on one double point, and I had minus one on the other, and I was like,
just move one.
I bet that I just suck at counting, and I made a mistake here. So then I moved one, and you can tell that that was not the error that occurred. So my like increase column is like
it just has a little zig.
Yeah, but again, it's for a child.
And it'll be on the inside.
I don't know that she's even gonna wear it. So
she likes some knitted things. She wants a sweater.
It's gonna go in our trailer. I have it in my mind that I want like hats and scarves and things like everywhere. I have a bin in our house that has everyone's hats and stuff, and I just feel like I need to like add to it, and I need to leave some in the trailer. And
I have one at my house, and my kids dig through it when they're cold, and
yeah,
it works. And then I don't have to pay attention to what fits and what doesn't. I'll just put it in the bin.
Right.
Whatever. Find something that fits you. Mine are in there too. You guys have big heads, so wear one of mine for all I care. Next project is my Scrappy blanket that has needles everywhere. Let's see.
Tetris. Yes. Another one in here. Is that connected to anything?
It is. It is.
Oh, and I didn't pull it.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the northeasterly blanket that I started in January. Oh my gosh.
Why do you have two ends?
Well, I'll talk about that.
Okay.
There. This is as chaotic as it could ever be because I'm in the middle of adding a color block to it. Okay. So the story behind the fact that I have a needle I have like 15 needles attached to this project. I'm using just double 3.
What?
There's this one and this one and this one, and there's one in there, and there's needle.
There's 2 needles actively holding stitches.
Okay. It feels like a million. My goodness, this is
quite tangled.
It has barfed. What was I even saying?
Why are there 2 with active needles on it?
So ignore the pure chaos on this because they're attached to each other. First of all, this is the progress that I've made. I've started the second stripe on it, and there's 1,000 ends to weave in. I was feeling so proud of myself. The first like half of the first stripe, I had all the ends woven in. It was great. And then I started the second stripe, and it's been a nightmare since then. So this is the end of my second stripe, and you can't tell how long it is because it's all discombobulated. But the story here is that I don't know how long I want this blanket, and I have not put it on waste yarn or try-on cords because, quite frankly, I didn't have any in front of my face at the moment. And what I did have, because I'm just using double points, and double points come in 5 sets of 5. So what I had was an extra needle. So I just left this live.
Got it.
And I marked where I finished, where I showed it last time. So last time I had this stripe, just the first stripe up to here is what I showed last time. So since we've been on last, I've done all of these.
You have done a lot.
And then started the second stripe and gotten this far on the second stripe. And I'm in the middle of a color right here. So I just am using DK scraps. One of them is fingering, this color, this stripe is fingering held double. because that's what I had in my scrap jar. That's what I grabbed. It's random. I'm grabbing randomly. These first 5 on here, this one, 2, 3, 4, and this variegated speckly pink are from the Knitty McPurley Blanket Club in January. Those are my leftovers. And then I have some insert random things here that were just in my scrap jar. No idea what they were. No idea what they came from. They existed. Now they're in this blanket. These 2, this pink and this speckly, are from Knitty McPurley's Blanket Club February, as is this one, and this one. This is a random one that got stuck in the middle of it. It looks black on the screen, but it's actually like a dark purple.
It is. They all kind of are very coordinated.
I have a palette, as we've established, and it's this until March. So this is just where my scraps are going. So if I have DK weight scraps that are less than 10 grams, this is where they go.
I was going to say you changed that from the beginning, right?
Everything in here is less than 10 grams.
Has it always been?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said that in this month. That was
no. The first ones that I started were the Knitty McPurley January Blanket Club, and I had like just 10 grams. I had 10 grams left from my Blanket Club blanket, which I'll show here in a second. And so I started with that, and then I thought that's a good size for a little chunk. So 10 grams or less. So if I have a 10 gram or less DK weight scrap or fingering double, whatever scrap, this is where it's going to live. This blanket will take me until the end of time to finish, I am certain.
They're thin, like narrow.
And it's fun to do. I enjoy doing it. But every other round has increases and decreases, and so there's some, again, executive functioning involved.
You have to be present to knit it.
A little bit more than just, it's not just straight garter stitch. I think if it was a jelly roll blanket, I could bust through that in no time flat, is what I'm discovering about myself. That straight garter is I'm a little bit obsessed with that right now. This is the first time I've done any of this like join as you go kind of construction things. So I learned that I did it wrong at the beginning. So at the beginning, I mean, it looks fine. It looks reversible, same one side as the other. And then I read the pattern again because I was watching a tutorial and I thought, mine does not look the same. Why does mine not look the same?
I hate it when that happens.
And then I read the pattern again and realized, because I've been doing it wrong this whole time. So here, I changed how I was doing it and started doing it correctly, and that's when you get the seam. The seam is how the pattern tells you to do it correctly, is when there's this like join seam, which I like them both ways. I don't mind.
I was going to say, that's so funny because I thought, wow, that's really like crisp and clean.
Yeah, it's because I was doing it wrong.
Seam. And I mean, the seam is crisp and clean.
I don't know. Do I care? No. Well, I don't know. It's just,
you're going to go back and redo it?
No. Might I go back to the old way at some point? Maybe. Like, this is going to be a couch blanket, and my kids are already fighting over who gets to have the couch blanket.
Okay, children in
spoiler
5 years.
It's me. You don't get it. It's mine. The end. Yeah, right.
No.
As I say that, I realize how delusional I am. So that's been, I mean, I like it. I'm enjoying scrappy blankets. I think they're a lot of fun, and I didn't think I was ever gonna, there's a needle. Was ever gonna be the type that did like a long-term project like that.
I know, a long-term project sounds awful.
And now I have multiple, and wow, the sun.
Oh, the sun's coming down.
We're gonna fix this a little bit.
Pause.
Hold on.
Thought it some more time.
Yeah, we're battling with our sunset.
We've never like done it this late in the day.
No, we're usually morning time.
Yeah, midday
recordings.
Midday.
Not. The sun is about to set.
Don't lose your tag.
Oh no, not my tag. What would I ever do without my random garbage tags? Okay, so then the only acquisition that I have this month.
No, you have one more. Oh, I see. I see what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. I bought 0 yarn this month, but I did get my blanket club. Oh, am I going to talk about this?
Just kidding.
We're not talking about acquisitions right now.
Bag it up.
We're talking about
Barbie horse blankets.
Barbie horse blankets. This is a swatch. Insert
She did it right.
Applause music on both of ours. Like, I should insert applause on your squatch.
You don't need to.
Squatch.
Mine is my squatch.
Squatch. And on mine. Because we did them. We're not swatchers. That's such
No, I think
a
it's
waste
so dumb.
of time.
Even doing it, I was just like, what is the point
What
here?
am I doing this for?
Yeah.
But this one, now it says, I just want to
What did you say? Barbie bathroom rug or Barbie horse blanket?
So after this swatch was completed, and I did it in the round, which is why
right.
the ends look like I blocked it, I cut it.
So impressive.
But my kids are like, Mom, what is that? Can I have it when you're done with it? Can it be mine? Can it be for our Barbies?
Well, I sure don't want it.
You know, get it. I don't care. Take it. So this is going to be a Barbie bath. It has been in its life already. It has been a Barbie bath mat. Hypothetically, they haven't taken it yet.
Oh,
this is what they're planning. It has been a baby blanket for Barbies. It has potential to be a horse blanket for Barbies. It has a lot of potential, this little swatch.
Who knew?
Right? I have this yarn that is by Compass Moon Creations, and this tag exists.
This is as local as it gets for us.
Yeah, it's like just almost even in the same town, like very close. The lady that does this yarn is very close to us. This tag is sitting on my dining table or my coffee table at home.
Somewhere safe.
It's on the coffee table. I know exactly where it is. Did I grab it this morning? No, I did not. But this is a Surrey alpaca, hand-dyed, variegated. It's mostly blue with got like reds and greens in there. It's hard to tell. But I got this last fall at the Mount Angel Oktoberfest when she had a booth there, and it was slightly felted. The skeins were.
Sale bin.
So it was in the sale bin. So it was super cheap, and I thought, it's not that felted. It's fine. It was. Winding this into a cake was a project, and it ended up being the most dense cake of yarn I've ever experienced. It was like a baseball, and I thought, oof, we'll see how this goes. But I have 2 skeins of this, and I thought, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. It was an impulse buy because it was on sale and it was soft. I also have like 8, I think, of these little balls of yarn. These are little 50-gram balls of cashmere, it says. I assume that's what it is.
It's just the brand.
I got it on a discount internet site. So who knows?
It's an unreliable discount.
Yep. It says it's cashmere. It also said on the internet that it was worsted weight when I bought it. This, friends, matches the weight of this yarn. We got lace weight going on here. So when I pulled it out of the bag, when I got it to years ago, like 3 years ago or something, I pulled it out and I thought,
never will I.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever spent money on, because that will never get used. Here I am. Using it. So I thought, I was searching around I wanted to do something with this. I had 2 of this, and then I know I have 8 of these things. And so I hunted around and found a pattern that I thought was cute, and I don't have the front page of it. I just have the words printed out. But this is the Elton Tea by Joji Locatelli. Oh, there's a picture of it. Kind of. My printer printed it out terribly.
I feel like this is a better picture to get a sense of what you're going for.
My yellow printer that prints everything in yellow. But it's a stripy tee that calls for fingering weight with lace weight contrast. And so I thought,
done.
Cool. So I'm holding these double to make fingering weight, and then I'm using this as the contrast. This was the swatch. I had absolutely no clue what this was going to look like or feel like or act like, which is why I actually did.
I think you're going to really love it,
the blocking, because pillow discount internet site that may or may not be what it actually is. Like, I had no idea what this yarn was going to do. So I thought, I have plenty of it. I should probably like
Do it legit.
do it legitimately. I am so happy with the fabric of this. It's so soft. It's soft and it's drapey and it's just, it feels really great on your skin.
Well, and I
I
love
play
the
with it
white
all
and
the
blue.
time.
I feel like it's so pretty. And I keep meaning to tell you this, but like I saw this thing where it talked about trending things, up and coming trends in knitting, and using mohair and like fuzzy things is one of those up and coming things. And I just thought, wow, you're so
What a trendsetter.
yeah.
Things I never would have said about myself.
You have used a lot of fuzzy things as of late.
I'm a sucker for a good fuzz. I really am. So I've got this far on it. I ended up going up a needle size because, again, tight knitter. Still didn't get gauge, even going up a needle size. So I used Knitting McPurley's gauge switcheroo worksheet because I thought I love the fabric that I got on this swatch, and I wanted this. So I'm making actually a size that's 2 bigger than what I would normally do to get the stitch count and measurements that I would need to match my gauge. So again, really glad I did the swatch and because it would not have fit me correctly. There's a place in the world
for swatches.
So Knitting McPurley does a gauge switcheroo, has a gauge switcheroo worksheet. It's available for free on her website. I've never used it before up to this point. It was easy to do, and I think really helpful. So it essentially, you take your whatever your gauge is on whatever fabric you want your project to be, and you can translate it into to match what the pattern says. So again, I'm knitting a size 2 larger than what I would have typically chosen based on my gauge.
Yeah.
So it's a drop shoulder tee. So you start in the back. This is the back neck. It has kind of a strange construction. I've never knit one of Hohit Locatelli's patterns before. It's a very detailed pattern, but I just was not familiar with her construction methods.
Well, and
so
this
it
one's
took
kind of funky, right?
It took some concentrating to get it done. You cast on an edge and you cast on another edge and then you join them and then there's short rows and then now we're striping for 100 years
in tiny
yarn, in lace weight yarn.
So literally.
So 100 years. Someday, when I'm 1,000 years old, I will have a shirt.
I feel like you're just like burning through it because you started this one. When did you actually cast on the shirt itself?
It was a week ago Monday. So I did get a lot of progress done in the week, and then the yarn came in the mail.
Right. You need to talk about it. You'll see this again someday. Probably next month. She's burning through it.
So this was fun because look at this new, and the yarn is just nice to work with. It feels nice on my hands. Is it fun to knit lace weight yarn with, I think I'm on a size 3 or 4, am I size 4 needle? Size 3, 3.25 millimeter. So lace weight yarn on a size 3 needle, like, is that going quickly? No. But the yarn itself is soft and decadent and it feels nice on my hands. So that's why it's moving along in any sort of capacity until Monday.
Devin, you're sending them out too early.
The Knitting McPurley Blanket Club yarn installment for March came in the mail to me on Monday.
In theory, everyone should have it, right? Do we need to do like a spoiler?
Maybe, but I'm the farthest away, I think, from Devin. That is because she's in Virginia. We're in Oregon.
Don't get much further.
We got a whole country in between us of people who are getting these yarns. So I don't know. So this is the January yarns. You haven't even seen February yet because I didn't have them as of, oh, Holly's back. Hi, Holly. Oh, that was loud. There's Holly.
Holly, say hi, Internet.
Internet famous Halls. Everything you ever dreamed of. When we filmed last time, I hadn't gotten the February installment yet.
Bribing and
yeah. So this is the February installment, which I love.
It's just such a cute Valentine's. She's done a very good job with like theming the colors.
And here is March's. I am almost done with the 5th color. This is the 5th color. So there's 5 colors that come every month in mini skeins, and I got this on Monday and went.
For reference, last night at dinner, she was right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Love this yarn. Love the pattern. So this is the Good Morning Blanket by Pearl Soho. It's a free pattern by Pearl Soho. And it's like, it's going to be this stripy garter, beautiful chaos.
Are you going to get to the point where you run out of yarn for your stripes?
The stripes get progressively smaller and smaller and smaller in the pattern. Because they get longer and longer and longer. Yeah. So January stripes went up. February stripes go that in the other direction, and then you pick up and knit this way, and then next month we'll pick up these stitches again and knit this way until we have a gloriously huge squishy garter stitch rainbow blanket. This is another one my kids are fighting over the potential of who gets to have it. Me. What about me?
Yeah, like, are they fighting over like who gets it when you're?
Well, no, but they do that too.
I know.
Mom, when you're dead, can I have this? I get that question a lot. Like,
thank you for preparing. No.
6-year-old.
These colors make me think of Lucky Charms.
They're so pretty. They're
Every time
so
I see
pretty.
it, that's what I think of.
And I have this section of the pattern, it's 11 garter ridges per stripe, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 done. So I have just a few more garter ridges left to go, and then I'll be done with March. Before March even starts.
Too soon. So my question is, are you counting this for this month now?
In
and you
and
have
out.
to.
Yep. In and out.
What a wash.
Which is part of my motivation, because in yarn tracking, 100 grams of yarn came into my door this month. I want 100 grams of yarn out the door in the same month. So that's what I'm going to finish. I will finish working on this tonight, and then I have about 6 or so grams left of each color after the stripe is done. These little volleyballys, and that will go into my northeasterly blanket, and then they will be blankets someday.
Super cute.
That's what I'm working on.
And what you procured.
And what I procured, which is not a lot of procurement. I just had the one. We also talked for an hour plus again.
Well, I have my procurement.
I know. And so I'm just saying, like, we suck at keeping
time. I'm sorry. Thanks for hanging out this long. I'll go quick. I brought in 120 grams. This is the Leap of Faith yarns. You've got mail.
It's
like a cutie micro striping worked up. It's just so cute. It was a very big impulse buy. I think I looked at it on Etsy.
Red. It's very pretty.
So pretty. And it said there was only 2 skeins left, and I was like, "Look, I need to get one." So I did. And then the rest of the yarn that I got this month, did I need it? Absolutely not.
I agree to disagree.
But I got it in a kind of cool way, and that's why I got 4 skeins.
I didn't even know you bought this until you sent me a picture of it yesterday.
Well, so Hypnotic Yarn, I don't know if you guys are spending time on the interwebs. I get so many ads for Whatnot. You asked me about Whatnot, right? Like, I have so many ads for Whatnot on Instagram. There's some some people that I follow that I notice are using it for different things. And then Hypnotic Yarn sent out an email.
So Whatnot it's like live Etsy, or not Etsy, eBay. It's like live eBay.
Yeah, everything's auction style.
But live. They have like live sales. And
it's
very pressury.
So Hypnotic Yarn sent out saying like, hey, for our one of a kinds, we're going to do Whatnot. And so they had a sale, I think it was last Tuesday at 9 a.m. And I got on there, and I want to say like the most people I noticed on the sale at any given time, it was like about 56 people, I want to say. But yeah, it was auction. So each of the skeins like has a number on it because it was like that lot. And granted, it wasn't all one of a kind. I mean, it was, But they had like, I think they had like 5 skeins of this. And everything started at $20. And it was all fingering weight. For hand-dyed yarn, $20.
That's a steal.
Is a steal. So I didn't mean to buy 4 skeins.
Do you ever?
But like, I'm pretty sure like one of these, I bought it at $20. And then I think another one I bought it at like 22 or 24. These 2 I wanted. This one I really wanted, and I did not pay $24 for it. I paid more dollars because like you're like bidding. I think it's like we had 15, you have 15 seconds, and then you could bid up in increments of $2. And so you're bidding against people. And I'm here for the thrill of the game, guys. When I want it, I want it. And I wanted this. Because I thought, somebody in the comments on the Whatnot thread was like, oh, it's like Unicorn's mane was cut for this. Like,
that is the perfect
accurate. It's so, well, this is good light for that.
It is. It is showing true.
It is so good, yeah. So I bought it, and I thought, I'll make something for my daughter.
For reference, her daughter, so I have 2 girls, she has 1. There's a lot of hand-me-downs that go from my house to her house. And, you know, lots of pinkish things. And so a couple weekends ago, I brought rubber boots to her house that are bright pink, like bright pink rubber boots.
And you think, she's going to love these.
And I was like, oh, those bright pink boots, what's not to love? And she said, Lala, she calls me Lala. Lala, I cannot wear those because I like pink and purple.
They're not both.
So because there was not purple in the bright pink boots, trash.
So we're coming off of that. And I saw this
pink and purple. Perfect.
Naturally, she needed it. But I showed it to her when I got it. And I was like, hey, I'll knit you something. I've never given my child this question. Ever. When she gets something knitted from me, it is socks. I think I made her leg warmers one year for Christmas. And I knit her a few hats when she was a baby, when I was learning to knit. I don't feel the need to knit her apparel. Her grandmother does that. I don't do that.
That's what Grammys are for.
Yeah. Never ever did I think I should knit you a sweater. I asked her, hey, I got you this pretty yarn. What do you want out of it? Hoping that she would say socks, but she doesn't wear socks anymore, so she'll tell you. And she, without even missing a beat, was like, a sweater.
Fingering weight.
What?
With 1 skein.
Are you sure? I could do like a hat and some scarf. I'll make you mittens. No, I want a sweater.
Of course she does. Why wouldn't she?
That's fantastic.
Sounds great.
Let me just figure out how I can knit you a sweater with 1 skein of one of a kind. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. And also, who wants to knit a fingering weight sweater? I don't even care that it's for a kid. And so I obviously consulted with the professionals here and asked Barb and Aaron, like, hey, help me out here. And Barb started sending me patterns that, like, she's like, you have enough to make what it was, a size 2 to 4, and my daughter is 3. And I was like, no. She will be getting a size 6-year-old and up. Like, I will
She's going
not
to wear this
knit.
for the next 3 years.
She is. Because if I knit this, emphasis, if I knit this, she's going to love it a long time.
One time I knit my daughter a sweater out of bulky weight, and my younger daughter, and then my oldest is doing laundry. Sweet little angel child she is. And now their dolls have a sweater. Oops.
But yeah, so that's the story behind that, and TBD. Maybe I'll be coming at you guys here in the months to come with a child sweater.
She will.
I did find a really cute one that has unicorns all across the
like
bottom.
Like a color work motif of unicorns.
I know. Oh, I cannot. But I might.
She will.
I don't know. The other one I got with this one. It's like a cutie purple.
It's so pretty.
And I think, like, yeah, this one is mystery purple. This one did have a name. Raspberry Ripple. It's like Barbie pink.
I told Amy, these look like you went shopping out of my shelf.
Mystery pink. And this one I just thought was so
It's really pretty. It's like very springy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I'm not making my family Easter socks.
Maybe you should just make yourself Easter socks.
Purple. Maybe I should. I don't know.
Do some selfish knitting.
I should say that. I have like my finished objects are for me.
Whatever. It's your yarn. It's your time.
It's true. But yeah, so Hypnotic Yarn is doing. They're gonna do it by weight, they said, but they plan on going back to Whatnot and doing additional sales, just like once they get enough stock. And then this one, I want to say what I bought one 83, lot number 83. So, and this was like towards the end. So yeah, it was just kind of fun. It was a different way to buy yarn, and I liked it. I was impulsive, as they hoped people would be.
That's what they bank on. I think the only thing that I know, we shared this on Instagram, but we didn't talk about January stats.
Oh no, do you have them written down?
I have mine. I don't have
yours. I have ours on Instagram.
We talked last time about stats tracking of grams in, grams out, but it was not quite the end of the month yet, which again, right now, not quite the end of the month yet.
And I need all of it.
Every single day of the month, it counts in stats tracking.
Yeah.
Especially when you're working with what I'm working with, which is a net positive.
520 grams in my house.
Well, in January, I brought in 1,152.
I think I did like 700 or 800 in January too.
So I took a break in February because January went hard.
Yeah, but you like knitted it up quick.
I'm trying to make up for the January. Okay, so for my stats, my January stats in grams, again, 1,152 grams entered my home in the month of January. I knit up 770. Are we rounding up or am I doing the points?
No, I did points on there, man.
778.67. Could round up 779.
Nah.
If you're inclined.
Nah.
Meaning my net gain, not loss, net gain for the month of January was 373.63 grams. So I had things to catch up on for February. We'll see what happens.
Mine yarn in was 800 grams for January. And my yarn out, January, I was doing so good.
You did really
I really
good.
need to hit my blankets hard, apparently.
You did good in January.
Yarn out was 754.2 grams. So my net gain was 45.8 grams. It's not even like a full skein of yarn.
Not even
a half skein of
yarn. That's so impressive.
Well, don't expect the same this month.
I mean, you have like 3 days.
I know. I got a lot of drive time that I have to drive.
What a waste of time. I said the other day, people who drive Teslas, I see people all the time on the freeway in Teslas reading a book. Like they're like in the driver's seat reading a book. And I think, what a waste of time. Mm-hmm. Who reads? If I had a Tesla, I don't. Nor will I be getting one. But if I had a self-driving car of any kind, imagine how much I could get accomplished. I am in the car a lot for work. I drive multiple hours a day for work. I could get so much done.
You could.
Maybe I should buy a Tesla. Hey, husband, maybe we should get a Tesla so I can knit more.
Just today, one of the people that I follow posted about how their
Tesla. Fire.
Yeah, their charging thing. They had 2 installed. One was installed by Tesla, so maybe that's it. You just have to have it installed by like a Tesla tech.
It's fine.
And it was like wired directly into their panel. And the other one they got after the fact, and some guy came in and installed it, but he just did a plug, and the plug caught on fire.
For the record, I am way too anxious of a human being to ever have an electric car of any kind, because first of all, my first thought was, oh, is the problem that they're going to light on fire? Because that's immediately where my brain goes. Secondly,
it's just like driving. I couldn't trust a car to drive for me.
There's
those Vegas taxi things.
I don't trust ChatGPT robot, let alone the car that drives itself.
We have been using ChatGPT for random things. Just last night, we used it to make a whole month menu for March. I asked it like, hey, make me a menu Monday through Friday, eating out every other Tuesday. Like, it did. So we like leftovers.
ChatGPT.
It gave me a week by week.
Is good for some things, but I don't trust it.
But like, obviously at some point earlier in my chat GPT experience, I have like put in it, like I've asked about like postpartum weight loss while maintaining like milk supply and all of that. Getting real into the TMI here, guys. But so literally, like when it gave me the menu, it said like, "Did you want me to tailor this more to
because it's creepy.
Postpartum weight loss while maintaining your nursing supply?"
It's creepy.
And then my husband's used it a few times, and he's like, and it's like it has said like, wow, like you're doing really great for someone who lives in Oregon, or just like it remembers everything.
I don't trust it. The robots are sketching. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
The robots are sketching. I don't trust them. That's what you should here. Episode title: The robots are sketchy, and I don't trust them. Watch until like hour 17 to figure out why.
You'll be watching this whole time questioning, and in this moment you're like, that's it. That's why I watched it.
Clickbait. Done.
Someday the robots will knit for us.
Yeah, what's fun? What's the fun in that? I don't know. Okay. Well,
sorry, guys.
On that note,
we didn't even make it that fast.
We didn't make it fast at all. In fact, this might be the longest one yet. Thank you for hanging in.
Oh my gosh, it might be because there's an extra. I'm so sorry, you guys.
And I don't edit. It's gonna be.
Sorry. I was thinking like, actually, no, we're doing fine. 15 minutes.
No, it's plus 10.
Yeah, I think it was 15.
I think it was kind of longer. Thank you for hanging in. It has been so fun to chat with you. This is like our break time. So
it is. I'm content to just keep talking because I can hear the children, and I can hear
somebody else
chaos,
is parenting our children right now.
I don't have to deal with it. So you want to keep talking about something? Hit us with a topic. We'll talk longer.
Thanks for. Oh, look, and the sun is setting. It's starting to set back there, so you're getting like the sunset view in the woods behind us.
This is so majestic.
It's beautiful. Come join us. Come sit at our couch in front of our woods and window. Hang out with us. We'll see you next time.